Welcome to Grand Prix, your go-to channel for the fastest updates in Formula One. We've got 3 hot stories for you, so make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay ahead of the pack. Let's get started. Lewis Hamilton's long-awaited debut with Ferrari has been a mix of highs and lows over the past few weeks. The 7-time world champion first hit the track at Fiorano, Ferrari's private testing circuit, where he spent time adapting to his new car's systems and getting familiar with his new team of engineers and mechanics. These initial sessions were promising, as Hamilton quickly began to integrate into the Scuderia's operations. However, the following week at the Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya proved to be a greater challenge. While testing under different conditions, Hamilton lost control of the car, resulting in a heavy crash that severely damaged the front end of his Ferrari. The incident forced the team to cancel the rest of the day's planned activities, cutting short valuable track time. Though setbacks like these are part of the adjustment process, the crash was a reminder of the fine margins in Formula One and the difficulty of transitioning to a new car and team environment. Now, Hamilton is back in Spain for another round of testing, but these sessions will be different from the previous ones. Over the next 2 days, he will take part in an official Pirelli tire test, a structured program that is entirely controlled by the tire manufacturer. Unlike his earlier runs, where Ferrari had freedom to conduct their own evaluations, these sessions are specifically designed for Pirelli to gather data on prototype tires for the 2026 season. During these tests, Hamilton will be driving a modified 2023 Ferrari, equipped with experimental Pirelli compounds aimed at shaping the future of Formula One's tire technology. Instead of focusing on adjusting the car to his liking, the test will require him to run specific stints, including sequences of fast laps, longer race simulations, and controlled degradation analysis. Every aspect of the test is dictated by Pirelli, meaning Ferrari will have no influence over the program. The team's role will be simply to support the data collection process. Hamilton is set to be on track on Tuesday and Wednesday, February 4th and 5th, making this likely his final time behind the wheel of a Ferrari before the official launch of the 2025 car. Ferrari has scheduled the unveiling and shakedown of its new contender for February 19th, a moment fans are eagerly anticipating. The real action will begin just a few days later, as pre-season testing in Bahrain is set for February 26th to 28th, giving Hamilton his first proper taste of the car he will race in the upcoming season. This intense schedule marks the start of an exciting new chapter for Ferrari and Hamilton, as both driver and team work toward their shared goal of returning to the top of Formula One. Hamilton's move to Ferrari has been one of the most anticipated transfers in F1 history, bringing together one of the most successful drivers of all time with the most legendary team in motorsport. The British driver's decision to leave Mercedes, the team with which he won 6 of his 7 world championships, was a bold one, and the coming months will be crucial in determining how quickly he can adapt and whether Ferrari can provide him with a car capable of fighting for victories. For Hamilton, the challenge is not just about adjusting to a new team and car, but also about understanding how Ferrari operates differently from Mercedes. The working culture, development approach, and strategic mindset at Ferrari are unique. And while the team has made clear strides in recent years, they are still searching for the consistency needed to challenge Red Bull for the championship. The 2025 season will be a significant test for both Ferrari and Hamilton, as they attempt to break Red Bull's dominance and re-establish themselves as serious title contenders. These testing days are just the first step in what promises to be a fascinating journey, and fans around the world are eagerly awaiting Hamilton's first official race in red. With an aggressive pre-season program and an ambitious car development plan, Ferrari is hoping that 2025 will be the year they finally return to the top step of the podium regularly. Are you excited to see Hamilton take on this new challenge with Ferrari? Do you think he will adapt quickly and bring success to the Scuderia? Let us know your thoughts. With the 2025 Formula One season fast approaching, teams are entering the final phase of preparations, making last-minute adjustments to their cars and finalizing details for the upcoming championship. Among the latest updates, Mercedes has officially unveiled its new driver uniforms, which will be worn by George Russell and Andrea Kimi Antonelli throughout the season. This launch is particularly significant as it marks the first race suit designed by Adidas, Mercedes' new official partner. While the black and white color scheme remains consistent with previous years, the most noticeable change is the prominent Adidas stripes, which bring a fresh and modern touch to the team's look. The collaboration between Mercedes and Adidas aims to merge performance, style, and innovation, ensuring that both drivers and team members wear high-quality gear. In addition to the race suits, Mercedes also presented new team apparel, including jackets, shirts, and sneakers, all prominently displaying the Adidas logo. These pieces will be worn by drivers, engineers, and staff throughout race weekends, further reinforcing the new partnership. The decision to bring Adidas on board represents a shift in the team's branding strategy, incorporating a globally recognized sportswear brand into its visual identity. One of the surprises in the official unveiling was the appearance of third driver Valtteri Bottas, who was already seen fully suited up in the new uniform. Bottas, maintaining his now iconic mustache, is set to play a crucial role as a backup driver and experienced team member. His presence in the promotional material has sparked conversations about his future involvement with the team and whether he might see track action at some point this season. Beyond aesthetics, the real focus is now on Mercedes' performance on track. With Russell stepping into a leadership role and Antonelli making his highly anticipated F1 debut, expectations are high for the team. Russell, who has been with the team since 2022, is now the senior driver, tasked with guiding Mercedes forward. Meanwhile, Antonelli, one of the most promising young talents in motorsport, will have the chance to prove himself on the biggest stage. Mercedes enters 2025 looking to close the gap to Red Bull and return to championship contention after a challenging period. The partnership with Adidas is just one of many strategic moves aimed at refreshing the team's identity and competitiveness. While the new uniforms may be a small detail in the grand scheme, they symbolize a new chapter for the Silver Arrows as they seek to reclaim their position at the top of Formula One. What do you think of Mercedes' new look for 2025? Are you excited to see Russell and Antonelli in action? Let us know your thoughts as the countdown to the season opener continues. Red Bull is no longer the undisputed best team on the Formula One grid, despite Max Verstappen securing the championship last season. The 2024 season was filled with unexpected challenges for the team, as their car suffered a noticeable drop in performance. Technical issues plagued the car throughout the year, and the engineering team struggled to find consistent solutions. After several dominant seasons, Red Bull ended the year on a disappointing note, leaving many wondering whether their era of superiority is coming to an end. However, expectations remain high for 2025, and Red Bull fans are hopeful that the team can turn things around. In a recent interview, Verstappen was asked about his outlook for the upcoming season and the development of the new car. His response reflected both his competitive mindset and his understanding of the evolving landscape in Formula One. "I just hope it becomes a car that's easier to drive and, in turn, more competitive. I know the others aren't standing still, so next season is going to be a big battle. As I've said before, even when you don't have the fastest car, if you maximize every result, a lot is still possible." This statement highlights the reality Red Bull faces heading into 2025. Verstappen is fully aware that the team is no longer untouchable, and the competition is catching up quickly. Teams like Mercedes, Ferrari, and McLaren have all made progress in their development, and the new technical regulations on the horizon are likely to further level the playing field. Unlike previous years, where Red Bull could rely on a performance advantage, they will now need to focus on refining their race strategy, improving reliability, and extracting every ounce of performance from their package. The days of effortless dominance may be over, but Verstappen believes that consistent execution and adaptability could still put him in contention. One of Verstappen's greatest strengths is his ability to maximize opportunities, even when he isn't driving the fastest car. His mental toughness, strategic decision-making, and racekraft have allowed him to capitalize on unpredictable situations, turning difficult weekends into strong points finishes and race wins. His determination and never-give-up attitude have been key factors in his continued success. The biggest question for 2025 is whether Red Bull can deliver a car that keeps Verstappen in the title fight. If they fail to make significant improvements, the battle for the championship could become more open than it has been in years. Verstappen's confidence in extracting the maximum from any situation suggests that he won't give up his title easily, but he will need the right tools to defend it. The new season is shaping up to be one of the most competitive in recent history. Can Red Bull overcome their struggles and return to their dominant form? Will Verstappen's talent and determination be enough to compensate for potential weaknesses in the car? Do you agree with Verstappen's perspective? Even without the fastest car, is a championship still possible? Let us know your thoughts as the countdown to the 2025 Formula One season begins.